1960s America. World War II had just ended, but a new race had already begun. A silent race. A race for knowledge. Imagine. A race where, in order to win, you have to bring even your enemy scientists to your side. And from this very race, a secret operation was born. Its name was Operation Paperclip, a mission where America broke its own principles, just to become the most powerful nation in the world. And the most shocking RT, the people America brought to its side in this operation, and were scientists from Nazi Germany. Yes, the same Nazis who had devastated the world during World War II. So the question is, why did America accept people from its greatest enemy? And was this decision right, or a dark secret? This is the story of Operation Paperclip, a story caught between science, power, and morality. At the end of World War II, Germany had been defeated, but Germany had one thing that no other country in the world had: advanced science, rocket technology, chemical research, aeronautics. Germany had made significant progress in these fields, and America knew if this knowledge fell into the wrong hands, the future could become dangerous. The biggest fear was the Soviet Union. The Cold War had begun, and now America and the Soviet Union both wanted to get ahead of each other. And in the middle of this tension, America made a decision that would remain controversial in history forever. They decided to bring German scientists to America. But there was one problem. These scientists were not just scientists. Many of them were part of the Nazi Party. Some had even played direct roles in war crimes. And yet, America chose to ignore it. In 1945, a secret program was launched, Operation Paperclip. It was named Paperclip because paperclips were attached to scientists' files to modify their records. Their pasts were made to look clean, so they could easily enter America. Imagine a person with a dark past having their record changed just because they're useful. Through this operation, more than 1,600 German scientists were brought to America. They were kept at secret bases and put to work as if nothing had ever happened. Among these scientists, the most famous name was Wernher von Braun. He was a brilliant rocket scientist who had built V-2 rockets for Germany. These rockets were used on London, and they took thousands of lives. But after the war, America brought him to its side. He was treated like a hero. And later, he became one of the top scientists at NASA. He played a major role in developing the Saturn V rocket, which took humans to the moon. Imagine, the same person, and once part of destruction, and later part of one of humanity's greatest achievements. This was an irony. This was reality. But not all scientists were so clean. Some were connected to forced labor camps, where prisoners were made to work against their will. In those camps, people suffered, people died. And yet, those scientists were protected by America. Their pasts were hidden. Documents were changed. All because they were useful. Operation Paperclip was not just a scientific project. It was a game of power. America did not care who was right or wrong. Their focus was on one thing: winning. During the Cold War, both America and the Soviet Union were capturing German scientists. This was a silent war, where not weapons, but brains were being used. And America wanted to win. So, they compromised. But this compromise was ethically questionable. Can a nation break its principles for the sake of its own safety? Is it right to ignore the past for the sake of progress? These questions still exist today. The impact of Operation Paperclip was massive. It gave America a technological advantage. In the space race, America moved ahead. Military technology improved. Scientific research advanced. But behind this success, there was also a dark side. a side where justice was compromised, where the voices of victims were silenced, and where the truth was hidden. For years, this operation remained hidden from the public. People had no idea what was happening, but when the documents were revealed, people were shocked. They could not understand why their own government had done this. On one side, scientists presented as heroes, and on the other side, their dark past. This contrast was difficult for people to accept. Operation Paperclip made one thing clear: powerful nations do not always make clean decisions. Sometimes, they make decisions that exist in moral gray areas. Today, when we see space missions, when we use advanced technology, we should also remember what cost this progress came at. Was it worth it? Did humanity gain something? Or did it also lose something? The answer is not simple. Some people say that if America had not done this, the Soviet Union would have, and the balance of power would have changed. But others say justice should never have been compromised. No matter the situation, Operation Paperclip is a reminder that history is not just black and white. It also has gray areas. And sometimes, behind the greatest achievements are the greatest secrets. Think about it. If a government can use its enemy's people for its own benefit, then what else can it do? And even today, are there operations like this that remain hidden from us? Operation Paperclip is not just a story. It is a question that forces us to think. Where do we draw the line between progress and morality? And if that line is crossed, are we truly winning or losing something along the way?